Okay.
Yo, alright.
Not interested.
Spicy here. Okay, a little spicy.
Just gonna hard deny that. Not interested. All right. So again, on the left side, we have GTR Esports. Is that it?
GTR
Yes.
Esports on the left,
And Team Empowered on the right. So their names are gonna be a little hard to pronounce. I mean, I understand, but I don't want to go Chinese here.
I don't even know how to read that. I'll be honest.
Okay, I'll read it out for you. 此生不妄为直男. And then the other guy is 我要进清音. I don't understand either of those.
I am something something.
Yes. I mean, no, he wants something something.
Oh, sorry, he wants something. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I gotta go back to Mandarin class.
Are we really discussing what the name means?
I mean, there's nothing much going on besides the bands, which are coming in as actually competitive styles bands. As on the left side, they take away Senna, which has been really strong lately, and the Jarvan. Oh, the final one, Fiddlesticks. Maybe they don't want to go against something that they're unfamiliar of as of now. And on the red team side, they take away the Galio, the Taric, and the Renekton. All strong CC dealers. Taking them out of the question, they are looking for easier answers to play with.
Yeah, I could see the Renekton ban being a thing because I saw Trash top lane playing that Renekton popping off really well in the lane, and maybe they're a bit too scared to go against that kind of place.
Right, but the I don't want to say it like this, but we're gonna have to. So Trash is I thought he was going to lock in on the male, but turns around at Trundle instead. Now the Trundle could be a jungle though, so keep your eyes open and minds open.
Yeah, and it can be flexible like anywhere at this point.
Even the bot
Top
lane.
jungle and bot lane. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly. Hell yeah. Show us the cheese. I like some cheese. I haven't had cheese in 3 weeks by now.
Actually,
Due to the
is that sorry. Is that still used in MOBAs? The term cheese?
Oh hell yes.
Yeah.
So when you
what
go
does it mean for MOBA when you say somebody's cheesing?
It's,
for me, cheesing is something.
Okay, how about let's hear your side first. You're coming from the RTS perspective, yes?
Coming from the RTS perspective is anything that is unorthodox and manipulating the game structure.
Yeah, that's exactly how. Yeah, it's the same thing. I think cheese is a universal term at this point. So yeah, it's basically taking characters that aren't supposed to go there. So Trundle is not supposed to go to bot lane. He is built as a jungle or a top lane, more in the jungle really. But that's pretty much how he was built. But players tend to find ways to make other things work. So personally, I'm a huge cheese player. I put a lot of effort into playing Kalista top.
No judgment at all, man.
Hey, it's a way to win. I don't care. It's a way to win.
I've seen your Kalista top, okay.
Yeah, I participated in a tournament and I picked a Leona jungle. I won. Anyways, back to the game.
Wait, you could do that?
It was back in season 6.
Okay.
It was quite a bit ago.
Okay.
It was quite a bit of time ago. Back then, I was a jungle main. So yeah.
Right.
Anyways, on the blue team, they locked in on the Trundle, Caitlyn, and Thresh. All very solid picks. There's a bit of safety in there, and there's a little bit of aggressiveness in there. And on the red side, they locked in on the Yasuo, the Olaf, and the Tahm Kench. Not as clear as it would be from the blue side, but I guess this is something to confuse the enemy, to play around with the mind games here.
Now, I can definitely say that these guys are higher ranked than Imperial Youth before, but considering what we saw previously with Olaf being played, do you think Team Empirical Power is going for that same mid game? Do you think?
Very, very strongly. Olaf has always been a character in that specific way. So
Even in this level of play.
Yes, it's even more capable in this level of play, because if you are a good Olaf, you know that you want the enemies. Oh, sorry. You not only want the enemies' deaths, you don't only kill them, but you take their farms. Olaf is is very strong in that way. He is one of the fastest jungle clearing characters in League of Legends, and if you're able to snowball him, even at 35 minutes, he's still a force for you to be reckoned with, because when he presses his out button, there's no CC coming in. You can't stop him at all. The only way you can stop him is just build a wall in front of you, and for now, blue team does not have anyone like that. So Olaf, if he gets the potential or like the space, he will be able to rampage through blue team.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. And okay. So for the bans, blue team takes away the Varus, and the Kai'Sa. Not very usual bans, but I do see why they don't want to fight this. Kai'Sa into a Caitlyn, though Caitlyn would win the early
Silas.
phase. Ooh. Oh, we get to
One
see
of the
a
newer
Silas.
heroes to come out in 2019, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah.
Was it 2019?
yeah,
Or was
yeah.
it 2018? 2019,
19,
right?
yes.
Silas.
Yes. So yeah, Silas coming in. It's very strong. Ooh,
There's
but
a lot of good ults that he can take from the enemy team. So I'm guessing.
and the Camille comes back around. There we go. Okay.
Kuala Lumpur.
No, I mean no. Kuala Lumpur is not gonna play Camille there. They're gonna swap to the top lane or the mid. I mean, I haven't seen Camille mid in a while. I would love to see that, but no. Ideally, Camille is going top. Silas will be at mid. So, oh, it will be a Yasuo against a Silas fight. Okay, Silas. Well, okay, Run. Let me know. What do you think? Does he have good outs to take?
Yes, of course. There's so many good ults that he can take. The Misfortune ult, the Yasuo ult, and maybe the Mordekaiser's ult for zoning. And ultimately, I think you guys are also missing the Trundle Camille.
Oh, maybe. Oh, never mind.
You guys are missing the Trundle Camille combo where he could just put up a pillar and then Camille can just smack through him, like eat, like cut, like piece of cake. So
With her legs.
yeah, with her spiky legs.
Her knife legs. Anyways, okay, so Tamkench coming in is just a safety precaution for the Misfortune. So yeah, as I was trying to say, blue team took away the Kai'Sa and the Varus. So the Kai'Sa in the early game, she's bound to lose because she doesn't have the range to poke around with Caitlyn. But as time goes on, she's gonna be able to have a stronger fighting capability. So in a world where Tahm Kench can easily just press the out button and bring Kai'Sa to the middle or the back line of the fight, Kai'Sa would be very strong. And the other ban, Varus, is just the safety that a Varus would have with a Tahm Kench. It's a good denial, so red team has no choice but to, I guess, lock in on the Misfortune. Better or worse, I'm not sure, but I actually don't hate this Misfortune pick here.
Yeah, and actually, I want to get like Mo's opinion on this since he's the special guest here.
I thought you wanted to get my opinion because it was like a lower elo.
Yeah, yeah. I'm about to say, as a new player, who do you think? Which com do you think is more scary? GTRs or Team Empowered?
I gotta admit though, I mean, looking at this, I think Team Empowered is the scary one because I've gone against, even at my level, against Mordekaiser. That's an OP hero to go up against. Yasuo is another OP character that I've faced before, even at my rank, and I've heard people in groups on Facebook and Reddit, talking about how Mordekaiser and Yasuo are like overpowered. I mean, Silas is OP as well, considering that he's one of the new heroes of 2019. But comparatively, from my own just recognition of what I know so far, League of Legends, the right side, the Team Empirical Power side, seems more scarier than GTRs. But that's just my take, though. I could be very wrong.
Yeah, but I kind of agree with you on that one. But I do not think that maybe these two characters that you said are overpowered could at least stand against some like these other characters in the team of GTR, because Trundle Camille is honestly really good at setting up early fights, especially around. Is it a mid lane Camille? Because if
Yes, it is. I wanted to mention that, but I'll let you guys finish first.
Since it is, I think it's going to be really, really easy for Camille and Trundle to set up against, especially against maybe Yasuo Olaf. So I'm really looking forward to see how this game goes down.
Alright, here's the fun thing. Mo, you may or may not know this. So you know what Mordekaiser's ultimate is, right? So when he presses the out button, he brings you into the Death Realm. And in the Death Realm, yes, Exactly. So when he goes into the death realm, he gets a little bit of an advantage where he can deal more damage to you, get more, a little bit of a stat boost. But if he presses the out first into the Silas, Silas can use his out and denies his out. So basically, or you put me into your zone, but I can steal your out and I can pull you into my zone. So it would be a 180 turnaround where Mordekaiser loses all his ultimate buffs, and at the same time, Silas will gain those buffs inside the zone.
Oh, dang.
I believe this interaction is still present in the game itself. So yes, that could potentially happen. Oh,
Well, thank you for the insight, though. That was something that was
right. So ideally, the Mordekaiser, at least during the laning phase, his chances of winning is a little bit lower. But in a team fight, he does, and he wants to pull anyone, and I mean anyone except the Silas.
And of course, I'm just gonna quote somebody from the live chat here, who's saying, "I can't tell by the profile picture if it's a he or she, and the name's in Chinese, so I can't read out the name." But they said, "I prefer Maggie Yasuo." What do you guys think about that one?
Maggie Yasuo.
Maggie Yasuo.
I'm not too sure what this person
I don't know
means.
exactly what that means. Like, I kind of assume that you guys might, because for me, Maggie is an instant noodle.
I mean, okay, Yasuo. Look at Yasuo's name. His name is Maggie.
Oh.
So I think he's just supporting his maybe his friends or maybe his.
I totally get it now. No,
yeah.
for a moment there, I was wondering what is the correlation without realizing Team Empirical
It
Power.
could be
You
a
have Maggie
cheese.
Hot Cup
Yeah.
as the
Or maybe he's just
name.
supporting the brand. Maybe he's just supporting the brand. Yeah, it's not his
Hashtag not
friend.
sponsored.
Yeah, exactly.
Or hashtag that's the dominant food of most gamers in Cyber Cafe.
Could we please get sponsored by Maggie Cup? That'd be really.
Actually, I wouldn't mind.
yeah.
Some of the Maggie flavors are genuinely delicious.
Yeah.
Nobody's paying me to say this, but they are.
I could taste the MSG in all of them, so it's great.
MSG.
Yeah.
Time shift new.
And speaking of which, I went to an event at this one place in because I live in Singapore, and we had like this event for like Singapore players.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm still waiting on that signature RSG Raven promised me. He still hasn't given me that signature.
Oh
So-
no, I made a
What?
mistake.
Maybe I'm like waiting for that. Maybe I could use this to communicate to him. Give
How-
me that signature.
Yeah, give it to him. For
Yeah.
how long have you been waiting for that?
The last time I talked to him was like, what, a year ago. So yeah, I'm still waiting. It's okay though.
Alright, let's do this one then. Alright, here we go. Alright.
All right.
Hopefully I can do a great job and controlling the cameras. So you guys take ahead. Take lead.
Yeah. I could
All
see
right
that-
now. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead, run. Go for it. You
I
spoke
could see
first.
that both sides are actually playing safe. They're not really going for level 5-man invade. Or am I speaking too?
Checking
not
on the
really.
wards there. Alright. Oh, Kirikai overstepping a little bit, shows himself over to the Tamkench. Puts a ward in the blue.
Taking a few slaps there.
Yeah, the blue buff. And walks back to the mid lane.
I was basically about to say, you can't see it much now at the moment, but it looked like in the beginning that the red team had pretty good map control, being very well spread out, while it looked like the blue team at one point was very much concentrated a little bit on the center area. But now both teams are relatively equal. For me, I don't know if it's a factor, but like map control is very important for like RTS games, and I've noticed that MOBAs tend to follow that type of trajectory as well when it comes to map control. I've seen a lot of teams in other MOBAs, like in Dota and Mobile Legends, where you can truly dominate your opponent if you just take a little bit of risk, spread out, and if every member is
my God.
capable, you can definitely.
Uh,
Right here at the
Sil-
top, Mordekaiser.
Silas is going in really hard on the Mordekaiser, and Mordekaiser is forced to move back a little bit in an item disadvantage. Ooh, Silas is still taking the trade.
I think I might have found a favorite hero now, because Mordekaiser is like my worst nightmare.
Ooh, no. Mordekaiser got a good 3-hit combo there, proccing his passive. Now Silas is trying to look for opportunities to bring back his health.
I could see like okay, for what you said about
Trundle
the
coming in. Is able to stop Yasuo from getting away with the pillar, but only for a bit. Yasuo walks away relatively healthy. Able to survive kind of healthy. Ooh, look at that. His health is already back.
The power of his W is really insane.
Also, he already popped both of his corrupting potion.
Oh, right. That would definitely make him heal back. Without a doubt.
But also at the same time, if you look at his items, he is bringing a biscuit. His kit gives him a lot more sustain in the early game. So he's looking to hard control the Mordekaiser, stop him from getting anything. Starting out with the 8 CS advantage, it could easily snowball even higher. And just, if you look over here, Trundle is looking in for a dive.
Actually, correct me if I'm wrong. Empirical Power, is there any hero there that is catered towards jungling, or is there an odd item configuration for the jungler? Because I don't see any machete or any indication of a jungler on the side of Empirical Power. Or is everybody a jungler?
No, actually, no. That Hunter Talisman is counted as a jungle item. Basically, what it does is it heals from the damage you deal to the camps. It gives you like healing from it, so you basically have lifesteal.
Right.
It's counted as a jungle item.
So maybe you played too much Pantheon to never see the Hunter's Talisman
To be
before.
very frank, yeah. Yeah, I play a lot of Pantheon jungle. That's why I was kind of like, okay, I see the machete on the side of GTR, but I was like, where's the machete on the side of Empirical Power?
Yeah, so it actually takes both of the items to upgrade to the 2nd level. So you see on the Trundle here, he's on the Skirmisher's Saber. It actually takes the machete and the Hunter's Talisman to make this. It's the same recipe for all other jungle items, so yeah.
Ah.
The
I
more
might
you know.
actually try that.
It-
This is a learning experience for me too.
It varies really, because so why did Olaf let's take a look at wrong button. Oh, actually never mind. Trundle's taking an engage here. Dropping the pillar, slowing both of them down. Misfortune was devoured by the Tahm Kench to be able to get away for a little bit. Tahm Kench with the 2nd health bar, which is known as the Grey Health, will be able to survive that fight.
You see how well the Tahm Kench actually played that. He ate the Misfortune close enough to get her away from the slow.
Oh, Olaf coming in, very strong, flashing forward, throwing the axe, takes down one. He's rushing for the 2nd one. He picks up his axe. Can he land the slow? He did. Or maybe the Tahm Kench did. I missed that a little bit. Oh, but they won't be able to secure the kill on Caitlyn. Anyways, sorry,
A
Ron,
lot
you
of
were saying-
action is happening at the top. I gotta admit, 2 games in a row, the battles at the top tend to be the best 1v1.
Ooh, mid is getting spicy. Kirikai getting ignited. Flash away. Will he survive? He won't. Burned away by the ignite. He goes down.
Oh, Mordekaiser's taking hits right now. Oh, managed to make it behind.
Ooh, Trash was able to proc the... Oh, wait, no. He used Flash for Flash. That wasn't too good of a trade, but he did manage to force the Mordekaiser off. So one thing he is forcing right now, he's stopping the Mordekaiser from ever farming. So he does have an 18 CS advantage that's almost, I believe, like 300 gold ahead at this point. There's a
About
button.
there. I would say it's pretty close, but Team Empirical Power is definitely ahead by 9,000. 8,000. 9,000 again.
No, it's 800 actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Alright. Because it's almost impossible for one to get like 8,000 gold this early in the game. It would take a slur of donations to
the
get
K
there.
was 1,000 right there, so isn't that 10,000? Oh, okay, yeah, that's 10,000. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I saw the K. It messed me up a little bit. I was like, 10.4K?
Yeah, it happens to the best of us, man. Don't worry.
I could not math. That's what happened. I could not math.
Okay, somebody asked in my chat, hello, I am a noob. Please don't say that. Just, you're inexperienced. Okay, why does Silas have a arcane comment on his tool belt? Usually you would see that Silas would pick up Conqueror for his fighting capability in lane, but by taking the arcane comment, he is able to deal more damage in the laning phase against the Mordekaiser. So Mordekaiser's not getting a lot of farms, mainly because of the amount of pokes that the Silas is going. Every chain that he throws, it's a poke, and he takes down Mordekaiser
down. My
easily.
God, I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro, but that was
That was
Spicy!
Yeah. You could see the fast combos that the Silas was pulling off on that Mordekaiser. He had no time to react. Yeah, by the time he realized that he's low, he already died. Yeah. So that was pretty well done from the side of GTR esports.
Right.
You know, in that fight, I almost felt represented because Mordekaiser is that nightmare for me, and to see him go down and suffer, I'm like, wow, he does bleed.
the soulless, the bodiless armor does bleed. What a surprise! Anyways, to continue what I was saying regarding the arcane comment, Silas. So yes, it is something for you to use to poke your opponent, but it is not ideal in all situations because at this moment, Mordekaiser is a melee champion, and for Silas, he does have the reach to get to that point. So look at that. That's another poke onto Mordekaiser. Though he is rather tanky right now because he picked up a now magic mantle. Trundle did nothing. Alright, never mind then. Oh, maybe something. A Rift Scholar is popped at the top lane. End of the story. It depends on the situation. Take Arcane or whatever you want. It depends on the situation. Be clever. Anyways, go back to your game.
Oh, he's going to go for a big dive?
Ooh.
Mordekaiser's in trouble again right now. I don't know if he's gonna. Okay, he's probably gonna make it.
He won't.
Oh man, I had hopes. I had hopes.
Oh, shout out to the people messaging Defo right now and giving him all those links for him to look at while he watches the game. Yeah, good for you guys.
Alright, so you saw what happened during that fight. Oh, too bad we don't have a replay, but I want to highlight that the Mordekaiser, you saw the Mordekaiser outed on the Trundle, right?
Yeah.
He wants the Trundle instead because the Trundle is under leveled. He can easily take down the Trundle. But why didn't he step forward to try to secure the kill even more? Ooh. Kirikai was okay. A small poke. Anyways, so the Mordekaiser did not step out to try to secure the kill. He's a little bit scared because it goes over his turret range. He was only winning that fight because it was in turret range and Trundle was taking turret hits. So if he steps out, Trundle with the amount of lifesteal that he has could turn it around rather quickly, as well as Mordekaiser already used most of his skills at the start of the fight, so he could easily donate the kill to Trundle instead again.
It looks like what's going on in the bot lane is a bit slow paced. I don't see any much fights going on. It's just like a couple of trades and farms and yeah, and I don't really see much action coming from the bot lane, only from the top lane and the mid lane.
Ooh.
Maybe they just
Exactly
think-
my point earlier. The best fights are at the top.
Exactly.
You're going in aggressively again, maybe? No, maybe not.
As a top lane, I can tell you that top lane is an isolated island. No one basically comes there, so you have all the chances to just fight.
Ooh, I was about to call out the mini-map, but Misfortunes decides to back out. Mordekaiser overstepping there a little bit too far. Goes in and will not be able to
this 2v2 is
survive.
going in the way of GTR.
And GTR comes in dominantly. Silas with the 4 kills right now is looking very scary. Kirikai jumping
Maggie
in,
come.
taking and slurping that Maggie away.
I guess he doesn't like Maggie, bro. He's gonna. What's the other type of Maggie there?
I mean,
Like,
in a way, he
another-
is getting fed off Maggie, so.
Dude, Indomie, man. He's
Indomie.
Indomie's coming his way.
I can definitely say I'm learning from this match, considering that I didn't think that GTR's team comp was going to be this aggressive. But looking at how they're pulling it off,
Yeah.
it's quite a scary comp.
Yeah. And Empowerment is not out of the game yet. They still can turn this around. And all they have to do is just stall the game out a little bit longer, wait for Misfortune and the Yasuo to get their item spike, and they'll be able to turn this around rather strongly with as their teamfight potential is a lot higher than the GTR's.
And I'd like to point out that the Caitlyn used her ulti early. I don't know why or for what reason, but she used it. And I think it's PvP.
In this kind of scenario, ooh, okay, maybe not. I thought the Caitlyn was overstepping. So well, I can't. Okay, never mind. Maybe I can. So in a lot of cases, Caitlyn doesn't necessarily have to use her ult at the end of the fight. She could use it to start chunking down on the enemy line. Thresh flashes in, flail the enemy. Olaf gets chunked down almost immediately. Zai, still alive, will not survive for long. Mordekaiser is going to be taken down. Oh no, uses his ult to go on to the Kuala Lumpur. And alone, he is confident, but now he is not. Goes down to 4 of GTR.
Oh man, that's really unfortunate coming from the side of Team Empowered there.
I would like to say that was a good fight, but it definitely wasn't. I mean, that's a huge setback for Team Empowered at this point in time.
It was decent. If the Mordekaiser got to the fight a little bit earlier, or maybe not. Trash is running in rather aggressively, keeping Maggie away from his farms. He forces Maggie to back off. Anyways, regarding Mordekaiser, if he comes in a little bit earlier and manages to use his ultimate to stop either Shinoring or Trash or Kirikai, Olaf would have been given a little bit more space to be able to fight that out. But in that case, Olaf was into the fight a little bit too deep, too quickly. So Empowerment in the end gave away the kills to GTR.
Yeah, that's definitely something I've noticed as well during the team fight. I mean, at first I thought it was going to be an epic one where it was going to be pretty close, but it was definitely obvious midway through that one that it was not in favor of Empirical. They were definitely getting smashed, and I don't know. I mean, Mordekaiser I thought would put a bit more of a fight. I mean,
if you look at the CS there, he's 60 CS below the Silas there. It's almost, let's say, how much is it? I can't do the math right now, but I'd say that'd be a full blasting one ahead of the Mordekaiser. Additionally, the 6 kills. So Mordekaiser currently only has almost an item. Oh,
the midsection seen some action.
Zai gets taken down very quickly as well. Popping the Rift Herald, mid turret is going to be taken down really quickly. Kirikai making a sly movement, dodging out of Yasuo's range very quickly. Mid continues to push. Now they're looking to rotate to the bot lane. Maggie
in trouble.
Manages to dodge the hook. Am able to survive for a little bit. Will survive for the entire bit. GTR wasted an attempt. Well, I wouldn't say wasted. I'm sorry.
Well, they're definitely following it up with this turret destruction right here.
Yes.
So it did pay off a little bit, just not in the way they initially planned.
Oh man.
And also remember, it's too slow. Kuala Lumpur may be taken down there. Damkench coming in with the ultimate. Teleport coming in from, I'm not sure. Both Kirikai and Trash. Trash manages to get into the fight. Flashes forward, steals the ultimate from the Mordekaiser, is taking a 1v1 against the Misfortune. Misfortune won't be able to survive for long. Trash is now going on to the Tamkench. Tamkench get chunks down and blasted off, well, into the river. Oversteps, but manages to turn that around. GTR comes out that fight strong.
Man, Trash is totally dominating with a total of 8 kills and 2 deaths so far. I gotta give it up to him. He's really He's really opened my eyes. The
Thank
value
you.
of Silas.
For taking down Mordekaiser, says Mo.
To those dominated by the king.
To all the
came back from the
Mordekaiser
dead.
haters there, you're welcome. Oh my god, look at this. So here comes what I talked about. This is a part where Trundle is supposed to win the fight. Oh, he decides to back off because he knows his team is coming.
Mordekaiser, what are you doing? Oh my god.
That was
wow.
an interesting retreat from the Trundle. But if you saw during that fight just now, Trundle was able to heal up whatever damage the Mordekaiser was dealing. Because A, when he uses his ult, he gets a little bit more life stealing. And B, with the Conqueror, the more hits he does, the more he heals. And I guess the Trundle was a nice guy, a support main maybe, decides to just back off and donates the kill to the Silas. Again, the Silas.
That was definitely pretty good teamwork. I mean, generally he could have been there by himself, but like it was 3v, easily taking down the Mordekaiser.
Oh, lands his hook. Kuala Lumpur decides not to go in. They are looking very hard at the dragon right now. Caitlyn starting the dragon.
I don't see a way for them to steal this dragon, so it's gonna go to the side of GTR Esports. And
Thrash. Oh, was that a double flash? Oh no, it was only Kuala Lumpur. Making an aggressive move, but not being able to secure anything. But getting a dragon, that's pretty good.
How's the game?
And right now, I think for what Team Empowered should do is maybe slower the pace of the game a bit, and maybe they may have a high chance of getting back into the game. I really see the potential in their coordination and teamwork, so maybe it could shine.
I gotta admit, just now, Caitlyn definitely walled off that little area with bear traps pretty well. I don't know about you guys, but I get pretty impressed when a Caitlyn player does that. It feels very much like a Protoss wall off or something.
It's a good defense.
Rush
Yeah, it's like a zone, you know. Yeah, you gotta zone them out.
This is my comfort zone. Don't you come over?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Alright.
those traps are designed for Yordle, and that's why they have like the small cakes on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't
That's-
know that bit of lore. I've always wondered what the cakes were.
Yeah.
I don't think it's lore, but like I guess it's like the designer's choice. Because
Fair
in
enough.
the world of Runeterra, Piltover, where Caitlyn came from, doesn't necessarily know the existence of the Yordles. Yordles are almost hidden in the city itself. So
Oh, really?
yes. So Yordles are like mystical creatures, like tiny mystical creatures that they tries to hide themselves off from the world. So yeah. It's
Well,
hard for
not
you to
bad.
get into where Bandle City is, so yeah.
I gotta admit, just this one experience shoutcasting with you, I have my respect for you in terms of like not just League of Legends analytical knowledge, but lore. My God, man, you're pretty deep into this.
Yeah, I
And
do
I mean that
follow.
in a positive way. I don't.
Thank you.
know, like I respect.
Thank
Wow.
When people ask me what's my favorite game is, I never tell them League of Legends because League of Legends at this point is just my life. It's not a game anymore.
Understandable, man.
So, yeah.
Understandable. Much respect.
Alright, so looking at the team difference, there is a 5,000 gold lead for GTR. And GTR is taking taking a break, trying to look for picks. Ooh, Kuala Lumpur misses the hook. GTR has already decided to slow down the game a little bit. Oh no! Maggie oversteps.
Yasuo.
Gets jumped on by the Silas. Oh, Silas
Oh, he's
was
definitely
able
trying
to
to run away and
survive.
he makes it.
Oh, that was a good bite from the Tahm Kench. It stops Caitlyn's ultimate completely, shutting it down.
Yeah, and I'd like to give them props for actually trying to like, ward up the jungle from to at least get some vision on and see what's going on. And it's unfortunate.
Oh, is it? Oh, he almost got taken down the top canch.
A splendid ice pillar into the hook. GTR is coming in with a very strong combo right now. Just now, Run, you mentioned Camille, sorry. Camille and Trundle being a very good combo, but right now I think Shinoring is doing a lot better with Trash.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think that without any other temple, Chandra by itself is really a very good engager. Because with the pillar, it's not really something you can dodge or something you can, go through unless you have a dash. But yeah, it's thick enough for you to walk over it and get slowed. So it might as well be counted as a 2-second CC.
I can definitely see the potential of Olaf at the moment. I mean, the previous game definitely wasn't a showcase of his abilities, but I'm looking at the game, although the red team is behind, but
He is certainly carrying it his own weight. If you look at his
100%.
CS count, he's actually better at CSing compared to the Trundle. And again, that's just due to his nature. He is a splendid skirmisher and an excellent farmer. So now that GTR decides to take a step back, slow the game down, they're not looking for any hard pushes. They are going to slowly lose this game. But anything could change in a slight bit of a pick, because Empowered, they are making mistakes of overstepping into the jungle at this point.
And I'd like to say I'm a little bit disappointed that GTR Esports didn't go for the 5-man Magi's team like the last team. But I guess they really want to have the item slot.
There's a respect here.
Yeah. EP coming in from inside Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser is flat.
look at that.
Ooh, manages to be saved by the Tam Kench. Jumps out of the mouth to just status. Oh, Mordekaiser pressing the out button, stopping Kirikai from dealing any damage to his teammates. But Kirikai manages to kill him very quickly.
Oh, Maggie Cup's in trouble at this point in time. He's trying to run away and
Won't be able to survive, and an ace goes over to GTR. And most likely the dragon.
highly likely the dragon. Look at that.
There was a bit of a misplay coming from the Tam Kench. He didn't really block the Caitlyn. I mean, maybe he had no time to see. And they didn't really see the Mordekaiser dying from the Camille. And yeah, maybe there's some miscommunication or misplay that probably made them at least get a hit or some kills in that fight.
Misplay is definitely coming in. Mordekaiser made a huge mistake where he hopped out of Thamkench Devour almost immediately when Thamkench devoured him. And as soon as he comes out, the first thing he did was to press that stasis button, the stopwatch. After that, he basically wasted his stopwatch. Ooh.
Oh, Airborne's in
Misfortune.
trouble. I knew the moment Silas was coming through the bush, that misfortune was having a misfortune.
And
GTR secures the Baron. Kirikai jumping onto the Mordekaiser, looking for a hard engage. Ooh! Flashes over the dash.
Oh my god.
This is now a 2v1 situation. Can they turn this around? Kirikai going for the engage, jumps onto the Mordekaiser, will be able to kill and will survive this encounter.
that's disgusting. The plays coming in from this Camille is actually insane.
We've been looking a lot at Silas killing people, but we haven't been looking at the Camille's physical techniques. He was able to play around that very, very smoothly. In that situation, I think for most Camille's, it would be rather hard to take down the Mordekaiser and get away. But she did it. Kirikai did it. Or he, sorry.
I gotta admit though, Silas's stats is pretty impressive. 10 kills, 1 death, 6 assists.
He's still playing very aggressively. He's pushing the lane in, hoping...
He's definitely the MVP.
Yeah, he's hoping that the red team would come in to fight him, but they don't, so he decides to just back off. I'm not sure if he is actually cautious or he's just looking for kills. Ooh, and Misfortune will not be able to survive that double engage. Mordekaiser!
Oh.
Overstepping again. This entire series, this entire day has been just a huge amount of overstepping.
Yes, I agree on that. And especially this Mordekaiser, he didn't really have much of a choice anymore. He couldn't farm. If he stays near the turret, he's still gonna get dived by the Camille. So I think at this point, it's really quite miserable for the enemy, for the top laner of Team Empowered. And I think that because of that, they might actually close down the game from this. Or maybe not.
There is almost no way that Team Empowered will be able to make a comeback. If you take a look at Trundle, his item is not a carry. He knows his role. He is a support at this point. He picks up the Knight's Vow as well as, I'm sorry, but I don't remember what it's called. But it is a strong item to help characters that dive. So when Silas goes in, if he has a Knight's Vow, oh yes, there we go. Thank you, Zeke's Convergence. So these two items will help Silas tank a lot more, especially now that they got the Mountain Soul. There is almost no way that Red Team can take out the Silas.
Okay, the Camille is just sweeping anyone he sees.
Finally stepping up.
Finally stepping up.
Ooh, look at him, he's going in aggressively, but decides not to, just to give a little bit of a chill pill. Takes a little bit of chill pill, backs off.
Oh yeah, Mo, I don't know if you know about what true damage is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, are we talking about the group or the true
I'm gonna have to
damage,
stop
true
you
damage?
both there. Kirikai going into a 1v3, survives for long term. She does not die. And the entire GTR team lineup comes in, securing kill left and right. 1, 2. Where's the third? Give me the second. Now give me the third. Team Empowered
GTR.
backs off.
Hey, do you want to know? I think I told you about this before. The double mountain pick is actually so useful, especially for chonky champions like Camille and the and the Chondo. So I'm not surprised that the Camille managed to survive the entire fight, even though they're throwing everything at it. Yeah, I think that's GG.
That is going to be a GG going over to GTR. Congratulations GTR for moving forward. They're still going in!
Woo! GG!
Just abusing the red team right now.
Securing
Yeah,
a
most
few more
definitely.
kills, looking for that S for the team.
Looking for that S.
Yes.
The S.
But that was a definitely interesting matchup. I mean, it didn't really go the way that I expected in favor of the red team. The blue team really proved me wrong. But then again, that's probably due to my inexperience. And Run, I think you were right on the money. We should trust you more. So next time I want to bet on a League of Legends match, I'm gonna have to give you a call.
Oh,
Thank you very much. Yeah.
all right. Wait, can you guys see this?
Yeah, we can see the graph.
All right, cool. So, just showing off how much damage the Silas dealt. He dealt 26,000 damage to the enemy team. I don't want to crunch the numbers, but that's at least the damage from 3 characters from the red side.
I kind of assume all of that was done mostly to the Mordekaiser, right? It just seems to be that like he just smacked the Mordekaiser non-stop, and all that damage, at least 70%, went straight to the Mordekaiser.
There was a healthy chunk of health damage being taken by the Mordekaiser, but at the same time, everyone on Team Empowered just steps up a little bit too far when it comes to skirmishing with Silas. Someone mentioned on my chat saying that the lack of CC coming in from red side, though blue side has a lot more CC compared to red. Red has the potential to fight the late game if they were able to slow down, but they just weren't able to farm up the later side of the game.
All right, I do believe right now